Oh, so we both didn't get good sleep, did we? I don't know what you were doing. But I was scrolling through TikTok. Just me being different, you know? I know nobody does that at night. It might just be me on their phone in bed scrolling TikTok. Okay. What a loser. You scroll TikTok too? Sorry, that was unnecessary. But let's just say I went down a wormhole. Literally. I was literally watching worms. Worms crawl out of a praying mantis's anus. No, but I was mesmerized. Alright, did you know that apparently 95% of praying mantises in the wild are infected with these parasites? Dip the praying mantis in water, they start coming out. And they've been eating the insides, so the second they're out, that's it for the mantis is dead. It was fascinating, you know? And then I found myself going from worm to worm, watching worms, from hair worms to liver flatworms, to liver cirrhosis, to liver failure. And then I met Marissa.
Hi, this is Marissa. I am end-of-stage liver failure.
It's got nothing to do with worms, by the way, but it's just how I got here. This lovely lady, Marissa, unfortunately has been diagnosed with end-stage liver failure. It's a very serious diagnosis, so it's a very tough time, obviously, for her and her family. So her coming online to share her story helps those in similar situations sort of connect with what she's going through.
Hopefully bring some value.
Feel like they're not on their own. You know, she might answer questions that many people
Any questions that you might have along the way.
have unanswered. So she's doing the general community a favor by coming out here and sharing her story. And you can tell from the way she looks, she's not healthy. All right, so immediately, like any normal person would, I felt for her. So I opened up the comments thinking I was gonna see what I expected to see. Wishing you health, wishing you the best, keeping you in our prayers. You'll get through this, you know? No. Boy, was I far from the truth. Was it worth it? Oh! I hope it was worth it. Was what worth it? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? No, it's a good thing you're nice. You know what? You deserve a nice web browser. Like Opera desktop browser, the sponsor for today's video. I'm in love. How can I not be? When you get a browser that saves your battery, doesn't eat up your RAM, keeps you secure, has an AI feature. Come on. Browsing has never been more convenient with Opera's AI feature that is now just a click away. Just hit Control or Command and / and you get a pop-up. Ask away, bestie. What do you need to know? Follow that with Tab and you get the page context feature, which can literally summarize the entire page you're on for you. Bestie, I don't know how to tell you this, but I have seen your room and you could definitely use some organization in your life. And Opera keeps you tidy with tab islands that lump together your searches and workspaces that stop you from getting overwhelmed. There's even icons you can use to keep track of these workspaces and what they're for. And of course, you've got the built-in VPN and the ad blocker that keeps you safe and secure. What? What do you mean my video is blurry? Just use lucid mode, bestie. It's on Opera. You can hover over any video and sharpen it with the click of a button. Crisp. What if I told you I just took a snapshot? Another super cool feature on Opera. You can take an online screenshot, add texts for memes, for jokes, stickers, draw a heart if you want, and then even share those. So download Opera desktop browser for free using the link in my description box below, just because you're nice and you deserve something good. Something good. The best. Was it worth it? Yes. Opera? Yes. Quick thanks to Opera for sponsoring today's video. Imagine you're out here, you know, sharing, being vulnerable online, all right? Maybe that was the first mistake, being vulnerable online. But in your head, you're doing a greater good, you know? This maggot shows up and says, was it worth it? How you lived your life, was it worth it? Be gone. I was surprised to see how fast people just jump to conclusions, you know? Excuse me, alcohol didn't cause my liver disease, but thanks for being ignorant. So was it worth it? Sounds like you're projecting. Are you dense? This is a visibly ill woman, and that's the first thing you thought of saying. If there was a lung cancer patient on their deathbed right now, this dude would stand over that deathbed and say, was it worth it? Was it worth it when you smoked? Was it worth it? Would open up the casket. Was it worth it when you... He said to the casket of the lung cancer patient, get off her back! Okay, fucking maggot. Second of all, it sounds like you're drinking because you're incoherent. She said alcohol didn't cause her liver disease. Why are you saying it sounds like you're projecting? And wait, Sue goes, it's like this when you answer people. Like, why aren't you just telling us what caused it? Well, she told you what didn't. She doesn't have to tell you what did. If it's personal to her, it's personal. She's not required to tell you for you to behave. And then somebody replies to Sue says, she literally said she drinks. She said she drinks.
We caught her.
She
We
said
busted
she
her.
drinks.
I knew it.
Now they're snitching on her. They're snitching on her because she said she drinks once. And the poor lady's on the defensive, going, yeah, I do sometimes. That's not what caused it. And I'm telling you, even if it was, in a hypothetical situation, let's assume this lady is an alcoholic, which she said she isn't. Can't you be a little empathetic? Isn't it a little inappropriate to rub their drinking problem in their face, considering what they're suffering? Isn't it a little indecent? Isn't the decent thing to wish them health? Or are we past that? Are those days behind us? What's hilarious are the know-it-alls. Everybody knows just as much as we know about her right now. How much do you know about her life? How much do you know about her habits? That's just about the exact same amount that Lika here knows, right? Lika. And yet, she found it her place to say, unfortunately, people don't learn the right way. Alcohol is no joke. I don't know how and when the comments collectively decided that Miss Ma'am has a drinking problem. It's the alcohol, you dirty alcoholic. No, but I don't drink. It's the alcohol. I swear to God, I don't drink. I swear to God. Maybe if you stop drinking. I haven't touched a sip. Put the drink down. Why are you stop insisting? Was it worth it? Please just let me go. I hope it was worth it. What are these people? What are these people? How do their minds work? The only thing that you know is that she's got liver failure. You don't know anything else. She says, yes, I agree, but there are also ways that people get liver disease or failure. When somebody, the voice of reason, shows up and says, sweet Jesus, how the hell do you know what caused her liver disease? Alcohol isn't the only cause. That's all she had to say. I'm not hearing it. Liver alcohol. Preachy ass people. Get off her back. There's nothing ickier than someone preaching to someone in a horrible situation. Like, please.
Why are you here? I fired you.
What?
You need to better yourself. Self-doubt kills talent. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. You get what you give.
There is a time for the preaching. This is not it. You can preach when she's healthy. Until then, support her. You know? I feel like that's bare minimum. But the preaching is one thing. The jokes, that's another. The stupid humor. I love your tan. I love your tan. Why is nobody laughing? Because you're not funny, Momo. I love your tan, they said. She's got jaundice, the yellowing of her skin and her eyes. Someone said Simpsons. Another one said The Simpsons. Here's another one, Coldplay. If you didn't get that one, it's because they have a song called And It Was All Yellow. And it was all yellow. And then somebody hit him with a mean comment. I'm not gonna tell you what they said, but it was mean. And he goes, wow, you've really taken the moral high ground here. Wait. Because that's funny. That was funny. Not him getting offended. You're talking about morals. Oh! Lewis, shut your mouth. So then she addressed the cause of her liver failure, having received so many terrible comments about it.
Hello, everybody. Marissa again. And there's been a lot of assumptions that it's due to alcohol. There is a stigma associated that if you have liver failure, you must be a drunk. That is not the case.
Somebody out there, you know, related to her message, they said, my ESLD is not from alcohol either, and it drives me crazy when people assume it is. This dude was not satisfied. His appetite was not satiated. It was not done. Her response was just not enough. Not good enough. Is it from alcohol or not? He put his foot down. He was done playing games. All right. And her, with utmost patience, she goes, that's not the point of my page. It's educating and advocating for liver disease failure. Man's demanding an answer. You better give me an answer. Is that who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Assumptions. And then there's this comment that goes, I have no sympathy if it's alcohol. How do y'all choose and pick what kind of human suffering you sympathize for? That's crazy. I have no sympathy. You had an accident? I have no sympathy. You got paralyzed at a skiing accident? I have no sympathy. Because you did that to yourself. Carelessness. This is what they get, these skiers, for being so careless. Paralysis. I don't know sympathy for me. Do you realize how stupid that sounds? This lady, she's a wife and a mom of 3. And you got people like this guy. Doesn't matter what it's from. The lack of empathy, the amount of apathy in these comments. She goes, I never said I got it from alcohol. In my first video, I explained that I'm keeping it private. But you did! But you did get it from alcohol, right? Are you deranged? I swear, have you been drinking? You sound like you've had too much to drink. You're incoherent. You're not making sense. Are you even listening? Can you read? And it's different people. You know, that's what shocks me is it's different people. It's not like one idiot. No, there's countless of them. There's a ton of apathetic people. Like, how do y'all survive every day? Isn't like empathy kind of what makes people human? Like, how human are you without that quality? Y'all sound insane. I never said I got it from alcohol, but you did get it from alcohol, right? Goodness, I'm speechless. She posts this TikTok where she visibly looks like she's not doing well.
Good morning, everyone.
And it's concerning, and I feel for her, and I wish her the best. I wish her health.
It's been so exhausting to try and film this video.
And again, I go over to the comments, and I'm seeing people treat her like Google. You know when you Google your symptoms, and you find out you're dying today? Well, Christy here, saw how she was in the video. She was like, is your liver making it hard for you to breathe? Is this a symptom? I thought maybe it's because, I think me and her alike thought that maybe it's because she looked like she was having trouble breathing. So then she goes, yeah, I do get winded up very easily. There's lots of fluid buildup and my liver's enlarged, and so is my spleen, so it really presses on my lungs. And I feel, really fatigued, really tired. But Christy wasn't asking for you. Christy was asking for herself. Maybe I have this! Maybe I have this! She said, maybe I have this. No doctor can figure out what's wrong with me. And that's fine. Maybe part of the point of the videos she's making is to, get people to check up on themselves more often, to make sure that they don't reach end stage the way she had. But Christy, remember that this is a human being you're talking to who is going through a very difficult situation right now. So as worried as you are, maybe be mindful of the person you're talking to. It's not about you right now, Here's another one. Casey says, how did you get this? We're just gonna assume she's new here. Is this from drinking or hepatitis C? No judgment, just curious to know. There's nothing wrong with asking. And so she responds, because I'm exposing myself already, my family and I chose to keep this part private. A very diplomatic response. Is this through sexual way or can? Like this is a grown-ass woman asking. She's asking because she's worried about herself. I've come to the conclusion that people might be a little bit out of touch. It might be difficult to talk to someone going through something so life-changing. And yeah, you might get it wrong. The way you address them, the way you talk to them about whatever they're going through, you might get it wrong. But how do you get it this wrong? How disconnected can you be to think what you're saying is okay? Was it worth it? Imagine if I dove into a shallow pool and got paralyzed. Was it worth it? You told me while I was dragged into the ER. Was it worth it? Now you can't walk. Do you realize how that might be a little bit, I don't know. It might be crazy, but I'd throw hands in the ER. I would. So that was Marissa's story, and I really hope she does get better. I hope she gets the transplant she needs. I hope things get better for her and her family. What's really commendable is her patience, with all what she's going through and the people she's dealing with. I don't know how you do it, girl. What are your thoughts? Have you ever been in a situation where people just assume things about your life in a negative light, built realities upon this assumption? I'm sure we've all met a person like that. These are the kinds of people that are in these comments, telling her she's an alcoholic, deciding for her. We've all had people assume things about us and build realities upon those assumptions, and it's never fun. So tell me what kind of assumptions people made about you they believed were to be, that they decided to be true. That was pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna go and maybe have myself a meal, because I'm a little hungry, I'm not gonna lie. Are you eating right now? It's crazy. Give me a bite. Okay, I'm gonna go eat. Yeah. All right. Bye. Yeah. Okay. This is nice. All right. Lovely. Amazing. Great.